It was an Independence Day to remember, hosted by one of President Trump's oldest friends, the U.S. ambassador to Hungary, David Cornstein.
St. Stephen's Day.
Like the president, Cornstein enjoys putting on a show.
Prime Minister.
Singer Paul Anka was flown in to serenade the guest of honor, Hungary's far-right authoritarian leader, Viktor Orban.
And it is my distinct pleasure and my great honor to introduce my partner and my friend, the Prime Minister of Hungary, our guest of honor, Viktor Orban.
4 years ago, such a fawning display would have been unthinkable. But under President Trump, the US Hungarian relationship is blossoming once again. And that's in no small part due to the appointment of Ambassador David Cornstein,
And hello, Hungary.
an 81-year-old jewelry magnate from New York City with no relevant political experience beyond a decades-old friendship with the president.
I became a diplomat. Who the hell would have figured that? I became a diplomat. I know our president.
Political appointees on both sides of the aisle are often inexperienced and sometimes ineffective.
He's a family man.
But Cornstein has a direct line of communication with the president. He was instrumental in arranging a White House visit for Orban, despite protests from both parties.
Probably, like me, a little bit controversial, but that's okay. That's okay. You've done a good job.
One of Orban's many controversial moves has been to force the U.S.-accredited graduate school Central European University, founded and funded by George Soros, out of Hungary. CEU President Michael Ignatieff says that while Cornstein publicly vowed to help the university in its dispute, privately he quickly capitulated to Orban.
Why would he be unwilling to push for an issue that's so clearly in American interests?
I don't understand, to tell you the truth. But somehow I think Mr. Cornstein began to think, this is a liberal institution. I'm closer to a conservative like Orban than I am to the ideals of the institution. And what's disturbing about that is that shouldn't be the issue.
For the government here, his appointment has been a gift, bringing Hungary back into the U.S.'s good books while appearing to demand no real concessions.
For the past 2 years, since the coming of the new ambassador, we believe it's a new chapter we have opened. The previous chapter was unnecessarily burdened with the kind of ideological debates and pressure that was coming from the Democrats and was basically derailing US-Hungarian relationships.
Cornstein's office declined a CNN request for an interview, citing the ambassador's busy schedule. But when by chance we bumped into him at a Budapest restaurant, he sat with us and let us ask a couple of questions on our cell phones.
What do you say to people who say that you're too friendly with Prime Minister Orban? What's your response to that?
My response is the same as if you asked me about my relationship with my wife. We're married 50 years, and we have a good relationship, but we have our days where they're not so good and we disagree upon certain things. The same thing is true with the Prime Minister.
But that's a close relationship, then.
It's a good relationship where we have established the trust with each other, and where I can tell him where I think he's making a mistake with what he's doing in a respectful manner.
Ambassador Cornstein soon asked us to stop recording, but off camera, we asked him about his recent dinner here with Rudy Giuliani.
He would only say that the men are close personal friends and that he hadn't even asked Giuliani about the purpose of his visit here. Throughout the conversation, though, Cornstein seemed unfazed by criticism that has come his way. He told us simply, I report to one man only, and that is the President of the United States. And so far, nobody has told me they don't like the results of what I'm doing.
Privately, though, some fear that the ambassador's actions undermine American interests here, and that Trump's disregard for diplomatic norms could deal a blow that will last much longer than Cornstein's tenure and have repercussions far beyond Hungary. Clarissa Ward, CNN, Budapest.